we do want to be buried amongst righteous Muslims. Abdullah ibn Nafi' says that there was a man who died in Medina, and then a companion of his saw him in a dream where he appeared to be from the people of hellfire. And then he sees him in another dream where he appears to be from the people of Jannah. So he says to him, "Weren't you among the inhabitants of the fire?" So he replies, "Yes, but there was a righteous man who was buried with us, and he made shafa'ah, he interceded on behalf of 40 of his neighbors, and I happened to be amongst them." And so yes, being buried amongst the Muslims is important. What bonds us as Muslim transcends time and space. There was a man who said that I was traveling one day to another town, and I stopped at a masjid to take a nap. And then while I was in this masjid, suddenly I heard that a janazah had entered. So I decided to wake up and pray janazah on this person. He said I had no idea who this person was. But as I was praying janazah on this person, I said, you know what? Let me get the ajr, let me get the reward and follow the janazah to the graveyard as well. So he said, I went with them to the cemetery. And then as we were standing over the man's body, I was surprised to find that I was standing over his body alone. Meaning usually families stay back, but this person had no one to stay with him. So he said, I sat by the grave and I said, Ya Rab, this is a guest who has come to you. I do not know him, Ya Rab, but if a guest came to me, even if I did not know him, I would still be generous to him. So listen to his dua. He says, so how about you, O Allah, and you are the most generous of the generous. So he says, after I made this dua, I left and I went back to the masjid to get some sleep for the rest of my journey. And then in my dream, I see a man dressed in a white robe. And he says to me, are you the one who made dua for me? And I said, who are you? And he said, I'm the one you just buried. And by Allah, Allah has forgiven me because of your supplication. Part of the mercy of Allah is that He increases the pathways for mercy to reach the believers in all realms. And one of the most striking things about Muslim funerals is that sometimes the majority of people attending have no idea who the deceased person is. Especially when you're in a place like Mecca or Medina where you have thousands of people praying on an unknown person. And Allah invites you to pray on people and receive a reward of Uhud in good deeds. And even more if you follow the janazah. That's a mercy to you because it's such an easy reward. And at the same time, it's a mercy to the deceased because it brings more people to their janazah even if no one knew who they were.